Once upon a time, for a while, there was nothing. The world was nothing but a pitch-black void, until it wasn't a bright light. Then everything. Stars, planets, galaxies, black holes, they were all created by one figure, Yaldabaoth. Yaldabaoth was a creature of grace, elegance, assistance, but he couldn't stay in this world for long. So, in order to keep an eye on the universe, he created two more of his own, Artemis and Ekizael. Artemis and Ekizael were close beings after creation. They were instructed by Yaldabaoth to observe the universe in his absence. Artemis and Ekizael eventually formed the Council of the Divine Beings. Meanwhile, there was another, Belazuloth, one who also created the universe. Inspired by Yaldabaoth's idea, he created Tharezhia, the same Tharezhia that would begin one of the biggest tragedies in Demonvius history. Tharezhia approached the council with a lukewarm attitude. The council eventually decided to make Tharezhia a member of their party. However, Tharezhia began to show indifference throughout the years. One time, he deeply hurt Artemis, emotionally and mentally, leaving the god to question his own sanity and purpose in life. Yaldabaoth, hearing Artemis' cries, decided to create a companion for Artemis, Lapis. Artemis grew fond of Lapis, thanking Yaldabaoth for making someone who could be there for him. Tharezhia, seeing this, was immensely jealous. He marched to Belazuloth, demanding that he create a companion for him as well. Belazuloth tried and tried, but he struggled to control his powers each time, until the first ever demon was born. Their name was Surelia. Surelia and Tharezhia grew fond of each other, but Tharezhia mostly dismissed him, focusing on spreading his influence as a warmonger. A few days after that, Artemis and Tharezhia got into a heated argument. Artemis wanted to create a world where demons can live, but Tharezhia wanted demons to suffer. This left Artemis threatening Tharezhia, telling him that if he doesn't comply, he'll risk his termination from the council. Tharezhia was very wrathful to the point where simple actions can't be controlled. Surelia, seeing this, wanted to comfort Tharezhia, and then Tharezhia accidentally murdered Surelia in cold blood. Once Tharezhia realized what he did, he panicked. He tried to resurrect Surelia, but it was too late. He thought about hiding the body, but the entire council saw him murder one of their own. Artemis eventually kept his word and terminated Tharezhia, which left the Shadow being plotting his revenge. Sometime after, Artemis began getting suspicious of Belazuloth. This eventually led to Yaldabaoth and Artemis terminating Belazuloth and keeping him locked inside of a cellar. Currently, Belazuloth is resting, and Tharezhia is with the Xenon Corporation plotting their next move. Will somebody die? Will another confrontation happen? Only one date can only tell us what happens in the present day. XENOKNIVES, Season 5, Episode 3, The Fragmented World, will release on April 28th, 2026.